guys, it's Shannon. How are you? I just wanted to share a situation with you that I was just dealing with. I recently just had to send an email to a woman that I've been working with, and it was difficult for me to communicate some of the things that I had to say. It's a woman who has not been behaving very well. She's actually been very unkind, and I didn't want to work with her any longer. And everything's a little strange right now because of the pandemic, like nothing is normal, right? And I kind of held off. And anyway, I got to a point, I won't bore you with the details, but I decided this is no longer a good fit. She's not willing to do the work on herself, and this is becoming very not good for me, not healthy. She was crossing lots of boundaries, which I was communicating repeatedly, and at some point I have to acknowledge she's not going to do anything differently. So I spent like an hour writing this email, and for me it brought up all this stuff about like getting in trouble or how people are going to react. So I just wanted to talk about it for a minute because it feels to me like a really good opportunity to look at what my issues are and to use difficult situations as a learning tool. And I in this case, I'm able to pretty clearly separate what's me and what's her. So before I sent the email, I just did a few things, and even afterwards, a few tools that maybe you can also use. I took a few deep breaths, and I closed my eyes, and I was tapping because I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but tapping will calm down the nervous system and the fight or flight reaction that we get into when we get adrenalized. And I was finding myself kind of revving up. So I did that, and then I closed my eyes and I took some deep breaths, and I just imagined roots coming out from the bottoms of my feet, down from my spine into the earth. And I imagined the fear, the anxiety just draining out into the earth, and just sort of feeling that really stable energy coming back up for me. And I also imagined myself surrounded in a light, and everybody else that I had actually communicated with in this email, because she wasn't the only person, I imagined everybody surrounded in beautiful light. And I set the intention. I always ask for divine guidance in my communication, so I set that intention. And then I also set the intention to surround this communication in the light that I also felt that I was enveloped in. But I kept every light separate. I was in my own light, she was in her own light, the other people were in their light, and then I sort of envisioned this communication as a separate entity, and I imagined it in a light and just sending it with light and love. And then I sent it. And I just want to acknowledge that it's good work for me, because in the past, it often was difficult for me to communicate difficult truths. And I'm getting better at that because I'm just committed to having good, clear communication with people and understanding that not everybody is meant to be in my life. Not everybody has a right or to have access to me. So this was a business relationship, so I do think it's a little bit easier sometimes than a personal relationship, although there are other things involved with business relationships, like this is money and lots of stuff. So anyway, I just wanted to share that, and I'd love to hear from you if you have had a situation like this recently, or maybe even not recently, where you've had to share a difficult truth, communicate something with somebody that's difficult for you, and if so, how that went. And if you have any additional tools or tips, I'd love to hear them as well. So let me know. Thank you.